So we had a signs right on the videos. I don't know if y'all saw the signs about nobody saw that one.
Was this in the 9-hour video?
Nah. This was a shorter one. You know, I have fun with the trolls, man. I love the trolls.
Yeah, I heard you had like a little issue though, like
That's what I want to ask you because I saw the live yesterday and you were saying a law will manifest. You know, you want to fight, you better stay away from me. I don't know what I'm asking now because I don't know what really happened.
See, he doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut.
oh yeah.
We experienced that when we was in the cipher back there.
See what happens is you can't keep speaking and everything you're saying is wrong, right? And I keep telling you that you got to do the knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? See, after a while, you demonstrate that you're out of control. See, if you notice, I told him don't come here before he said that. Because I already seen what direction it was going.
But do you recall him saying that he was bipolar?
Yeah, but he got to get that
Under control.
Yeah,
he said he's bipolar.
Regardless to whom or what.
He might be off his meds or something, whatever that is.
The answer is breath control. That's what I'm saying. Regardless to whom or what. See, look, even at meeting, she come in, she know how to be quiet. When I asked her to be quiet. You see what I'm saying? When you got control and see, I can see that's the problem. It's like you saying things and everything you saying is wrong. See, let me tell you something, man. We got life in the room right now, as a matter of fact. You understand what I'm saying? See, when you dealing with, people like to say that. Steel sharpens steel, right? How do steel sharpen steel?
By adding on and if when you wrong, accept that you wrong, so you could get enlightened into what you was wrong. Don't you, if you know that if a God is trying to correct you, God, humble yourself and listen. Do the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because you might not know what the brother's speaking about. So be humble, look, listen, and observe and respect. Do the knowledge.
That's peace. I see that steel sharp is still by dealing in equality. Like, if I'm building my brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get a chance to talk, I get a chance to talk. We equally balanced in the cipher, so we're not over-talking each other, so that we could come to, we could draw up an understanding. You know what I mean? And say peace after that.
Yeah, you gotta use that equality, especially to show that you can deal with knowledge, you know, the same way. You gotta use equality with the knowledge. As soon as you offhand, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't do that. You know, they just, they're not using their ears.
Now, see now SW in the room right here, he said it. See, steel sharpens steel by friction. You understand what I'm saying? Anytime you deal with friction, it's going to be heat. Another factor, the steel that you sharpening with got to be the right steel. And the steel that's being sharpened got to be the right steel. See, steel sharpens steel, right? By taking away the imperfections on the blade. So like y'all said, when a person is speaking imperfection, right, and y'all brothers, right, and you want the best for him like you want for yourself, then you take away that imperfection in what he's saying or what he's doing, right? You see, in order for that to happen, right, he got to be a better knower than you. The steel that's doing the sharpening got to be harder than the steel that's being sharpened. You see what I'm saying? Now we know we in the cipher, right? Any one of us can be the best knower depending on what the topic is, you see what I'm saying? And have to be the one doing the sharpening. You see, if you ain't the right kind of steel and you try to sharpen it, you make it worse. The wrong type of steel try to come over here and get sharpened, man, will break. So see, that's what y'all saying, man. When a person is not receptive, right, to positive elevation, always correcting errors, they gotta get out of here. Because this is the simple fact of the matter. You cannot come from being uncivilized. You cannot come from being savage. Wherever you was when you was out there in the world before you came here, right? You can't come from there to explaining to me how this goes. That's the bottom line. So when I seen the signs what he was dealing with, where he didn't understand that with his own wisdom, and you constantly speaking about things you do not know anything about. See, who does that? Who worship what they know not?
The 85%.
So see, you got to start over from square one. See, that's the 85% dude. You come and tell me this whole story about Jesus Christ and God and the sky. You don't know nothing about what you're talking about. So that's why, yeah, he's in timeout. Or however you want to look at it. But when he learn to control himself,
coming that way?
then, you know.
Oh, all right. I'm ready for you. All right.
So, yeah, getting back to the thing I was saying about the alphabet, right? We had it started from Y equals self. And then it moved on to now cipher. Right?
I was building with Bob Mel about that.
And listen, the over here, I these people in my room, it's a good thing they wasn't around in the 80s. And they don't let nothing slide. See, as I was talking about Y equals self, yeah, that's what they brought up. Well, what about Ramel said this? But hold up. Getting back to the point, right? What does now cipher mean?
No. To accept what's going on.
You said now cipher means to accept what's going on?
Yeah.
Now cipher mean that?
And in-cipher is to stop what's going on.
Now,
It's
I
not
thought it was no.
I was gonna leave it at no. Like, that's,
Now listen. Why does now cipher mean no?
You take it through the alphabet, now, N, cipher, O, no. N-O spells no.
Everybody agrees with that?
No, I don't.
Hmm?
I don't.
See, here's the thing. If you're using supreme alphabet, right, and all you mean is N-O, then it's not supreme alphabet. It's just coded English. Because you took the meaning out. Like I told you, if you take the meaning out of supreme mathematics, you just got arithmetic. See, all you spoke was coded English. Because you didn't mean anything about now or anything about cipher. See, right now we having a cipher. You understand what I'm saying? Now is the time. Cipher is this place right here. We the people in it. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, I told you a lot of things is slang. I use it too. You understand what I mean? I got the knowledge in the 80s. Of course I use it, but I'm just telling you, you got to understand for real what you saying and what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? Understand what you build. See, what's understanding build? Almighty 7.
And the
And the
140.
yeah.
Then why did God make that rule?
Then why did God make that one? So you gotta understand what you build. Because so you gotta remember when you look, word is life. See, you can say some words, and some people out there will take that as life. They, you know what I mean? They will live according to that. Because the true and living God said it. And see, what happens is when you come into the knowledge, right? You start building up science that's based on slang. You understand what I'm saying? Like Y equals self, then it goes to Y equal knowledge born, then it's Y equal. No. You understand what I'm saying? Because you built up a whole bunch of signs based on slang. So that's just a little lesson about being aware of what supreme alphabet is, right? As opposed to coded English. You see what I'm saying? Because when you just saying N-O, right? Then it's like pig Latin, where people that understand the code and how it relates to English understand you, but the words on themselves don't mean nothing. You see what I'm saying? So that's something to be aware of.
So what about when the guards in the cipher and they build it, and somebody say something that's exactly wrong? When you say non-cipher, what does that mean?
Well, see, now we get into what the brother was saying, that when you're using supreme alphabets, right, it means to make sense as a supreme alphabetical statement. You understand what I'm saying? So when you end, right, it is, you know, some people got now or end, some people got now or nation or end.
Mine is now nation of N.
Right.
Now is the match population of people. Now nation, no, now, present point in time,
Right.
let's slow it down. Nation is a mass population of people, and is for the seeds. So I don't want to confuse the two. I don't want to, me personally, I don't want to put two definitions for something. I'd rather have the same definition for one thing. You understand what I'm saying? So I want you to explain to me how are you making this two definitions for one, you know, for one, it sounds like you're making two definitions for one statement.
For one word?
Yeah.
No. See, when it says now or nation or in,
It says now nation or in.
right? But the or is for all. We got now, comma, nation, or in, right?
Yeah.
Now, which one fits with what you're trying to say?
So it's an understanding, that's what you're trying to explain.
What I'm saying is like be or born, right? When, let's say we're talking about the black family, be the black family, alright? Darkim be a lot. So, let's say you talking about your family, right?
Yeah.
Like, look, I got a son, me and him got the same name. But see, I'm B and he's born. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now, he can't say, when he's talking to me, he can't say born. He's got to say B. See, when you talking to the two, are you talking to B or born? Because born don't apply to me dealing with his cipher. B applies to me dealing with his cipher. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing, you know, anything, like look, see, we was already in this cipher. We was B. He just was born in here. He just completed his journey to get in here, right? So which one is it? B or born? You see what I'm saying? Same thing when you're dealing with love, hell, or right.
Somewhat, I don't have to understand exactly. The way I'm saying it sounds like you can have two definitions for non-cipher. I think it's only one.
What do you mean two that? Well, what was the first definition you heard in the second one?
He said something, what'd you say again?
Now means to accept what's going on right here, and end means to not accept what's going on. So when somebody's saying something that's not valid, you say in that cipher. If somebody, when like what's going on right now, like he just now said, this is a now cipher.
I see what you're saying, but
I mean,
understandable, but the way you gotta apply it to science and mathematics, it's one or the other. You know what I'm saying? You do it usually if somebody says something in a cipher that's wrong, you say non-cipher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what usually happens. But can you show and prove? Hold on. Can you show and prove that the answer no has anything to do with the time?
Now, I didn't say no. The guy right here said no.
No. You said that now cipher means N-O, no.
No, I didn't say no. I'm saying wrong. It can be wrong or no to me, personally.
but see that, and that's the thing, right? And when you're dealing with communication, it's just like when you talk about talking to the 85 or any group of people you with. You want to make sure that you communicate in a language that people understand. So amongst us as the gods, when we speak, we communicate in the language that we understand. Now I know if I'm speaking to somebody that don't have supreme alphabet, I'm not gonna say to them now cipher. They're gonna they gonna look at me like I got 10 heads. But if I'm speaking in my head, like,
You gotta teach them alphabet first.
You speaking to your air like right? But this is what I'm saying. Shot born, you said, right?
Right, one on love.
Alright. What does wisdom knowledge born?
What is wisdom, knowledge born?
Yeah.
What does wisdom, knowledge born?
Yeah.
Well, wisdom is the wise words being spoken by wise men. I would say, you said, what does wisdom, knowledge born?
Yeah, wisdom knowledge, what does that born? Like, today was the 21st, right? What does wisdom knowledge born?
Oh, okay. Understand.
No, it doesn't.
Wisdom, knowledge, it doesn't born. Wisdom, knowledge isn't born. Understand?
No, because you can't put the wisdom before the knowledge and come out with life.
I didn't come out with life. Coaches.
No, you said that wisdom, knowledge, born understanding. You said you came out with life.
No, I'm saying wisdom. You said wisdom, knowledge. What is wisdom, knowledge born?
Yeah.
Wisdom, knowledge born understanding.
No. 2 and 1 make 3. That's what I'm telling you. What you're doing is you're leaving out the meaning of supreme mathematics and supreme alphabet and just using arithmetic in coded English. You understand what I'm saying?
Now, God, when I say wisdom, knowledge, God, that is an expression of what I know. In that sense, it was born understanding. But if you're trying to put the wisdom before the knowledge, that's not going to born understanding.
Actual facts, you gotta born. You always have to born mathematics.
Right. No, but what I'm saying is, what he's saying is that wisdom, knowledge, wisdom, knowledge is not going to born an understanding. Like if you try to put the wisdom before the knowledge, it's not going to born an understanding.
Okay, that's peaceful.
You get what I'm saying? But
let's go back and forth. Bro.
No. I'm just saying, just to have understand understood. But if you're expressing what you know, then that's going to born an understanding.
basically what he's saying, God, is like, knowledge come before wisdom. So
All
if
the
you put
time.
wisdom before the knowledge, you're not going to come with a proper understanding. So if you add in 2 plus 1 or 1 plus 2, yeah, it's 3. But what he's saying is, when you look inside to what it really is, that's not proper.
I
It's
don't
not
mix and
gonna,
match my lessons. Man.
It's like this,
I got
God.
supreme mathematics, then I got my alphabets, then I got my 12 Jews.
but what he's saying is, knowledge come before wisdom. You can't be wise if you don't know anything.
Right.
You have to know something. Knowledge is accumulated body of facts or a fact. The time is now. But then the wisdom is what? Is either you speaking it or you acting on it, right?
But
You
you have
can't
to have
speak.
both.
Hold on 1 second. You can't speak or act on something that you don't know. It has to be something there first
right,
to be
exactly.
acted on.
Right.
So what he's saying is, if you put the wisdom before the knowledge, it can't possibly come out right. You
No,
understand?
I'm not
That's
putting wisdom before knowledge.
But if you say he asked you what is wisdom, knowledge born, that's what he's trying to get at. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what he's trying to like make go through your head like, yo, you can't do it back.
He's just really sharp. That's again, that goes back to saying sharpening you, right? Like, because a lot of times we will do that, say just wisdom, knowledge, all being born of understanding, right? And it just simply as an arithmetic that it is that. But if you put in wisdom before the knowledge, you're not gonna come out with a.
See, God, let me tell you something. Even that stuff that talking about wisdom and your knowledge, none of that's gonna work. Only way it's gonna work is a wise man. Because that, by definition, means you're doing knowledge.
That's why you say. That's why a lot of times I hear you say to keep it simple. Like if you would have asked me what is now, I say now is the time to get knowledge of oneself or end a part of ignorance. Now nation and end. Simple. But I understand what you're saying, that you can't use it in that context of saying no, because it doesn't really mean no. It's saying now nation and end. Now is the time to get knowledge of oneself or end a part of ignorance. And then you saying cipher. Cipher is the next degree that come after end. I hear a lot of brothers say too when and correcting a brother, knowledge culture, knowledge power.
This is what I'm saying.
That's what
This is what I'm saying. Pork is power, cipher, rule, king.
Yeah.
You're not telling me that's what pork means? That's what I'm saying. If you're only using it to speak English, it's just coded English.
Yes.
That's it. You've got to include the meaning. See, that's why the older brother say, I don't really say it the way I say it. I just say, listen, man, understand That's a particular thing. And when you start using slang, you take the meaning out. But the older brothers say, look, don't mix mathematics out. You understand what I'm saying? It's all basically telling you the same thing. Keep it simple and understand each one for what it really is, man.
So you saying you can't? You saying you don't mix the mathematics and the alphabets? Period.
Well, this was another issue that we had, right? Now look, to focus the mind, right? Let's look at this as money. Suppose you feel as though somebody owes you power in the supreme alphabet, and they only give you power in the supreme mathematics. Are you going to say, oh, that's the same thing? If you're not going to say that's the same thing, then I'm just illustrating to you that, no, you can't mix it like that. If you feel like somebody owes you cipher in the supreme alphabet, and they give you cipher in the supreme mathematics, you understand what I'm saying? So no, it's relatable, but it's not interchangeable. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I say you gotta understand. I mean, look, they separate degrees for a reason. Yeah, we know all things have a relationship, and that's what we use mathematics to see. But don't cloud those relationships. You see what I'm saying? Don't blur the lines.
But like, now I see what you're saying now. But the way, like, really the question I'm asking, because we had a we was building with a brother, you know what I mean, and we were talking about the mathematics and the alphabet. Because he said on the Wisdom Allah God Day, what would that alphabet be? And I said I Islam. Some people got I Islam in their mouth.
You said on the Wisdom Allah God Day.
Yeah. On the Wisdom God Day.
Wisdom God, it said wisdom Allah God. No. See, there we go. No, God, see that. There we go, God.
Hold on. Now you see, see, in my mind, I'm thinking supreme alphabet. You said wisdom
Allah God.
And then you said
But he got a law in his mathematics.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying anything, but
Mathematics,
see,
they don't
but do you see
I know
Yeah.
what can happen from mixing?
Right.
Because I'm thinking he's saying wag.
Yeah.
See, that's why you can't mix it, and that's why you can't just turn it into coded English.
Right. But God, in my supreme mathematics.
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
I know God is, and it's some brothers that got it like that. Though. Yeah, there are brothers. Yeah. Wisdom Allah
I'm
God.
just saying my point was illustrated.
Right. Yeah, indeed. But yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, so he said on the Wisdom God Day, what would that alphabet be? And I said, I Islam. You know what I'm saying? The 9th letter in the alphabet. And he was like, oh nah, I don't see. I was like, yo, God, like, I personally don't stop, building on the alphabet after the 26th day, just because it's 26 alphabets. As much days as it is, we gotta go through today's mathematics. I could relate it back to the alphabet. You know what I'm saying? That's how I saw it.
That's a different science that you're talking about in terms of a degree expiring during the month. And see, when you know, once you pass the 10th day, right, you already did all that. Like you said, now look, you were born it, right? And yeah, all of that applies. So yeah, I build on it that way as well. But you realize that you already did that. Like, see, when you're dealing with living mathematics, right? And you're talking about these are my degrees, see, you're not going to go from 10 to being 1. You understand what I'm saying? You can only go from 10 to being 11. So that's why the brother is saying that the degree is expired. You see what I'm saying? So every other degree besides the 1 in 36 and the 1 in 40, right? You got to deal with the 1 in 36 and the 1 in 40. You got to deal with in years. You understand what I'm saying? Like when your physical degree gets to 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Then that's your degree. You understand what I'm saying that you're dealing with, but within a month, you're already done with those degrees, and you really can't go back to being one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's dealing with living mathematics, which is Melody Faith. I saw your question in there. I hope you're still in there. I think you said who is the true and living God? Well, when you say the true God, you know, that as opposed to the mystery God. You said who's the true God, right? And we are living. Meaning that you know us by the activities of our life. You see what I'm saying? We're not the God that died on the cross or the God that never really came into this realm. You understand what I'm saying? And we don't know him by the activities of his life. We just know him from his narrative of people telling us about him, but they don't even know what they're talking about.
I have a question,
You
God.
got that, Melody Faith? Good, I'm listening.
Yeah, like, you know, like when you were saying like y equals self, that's wrong.
Yeah, why does he himself? Y is 25 and self is 19.
Self is 19.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, in the alphabet.
Oh yeah, self is savior.
but he's saying like,
Self is there, true. It
like
is.
God, he's saying just like the no, it's like y equals something in mathematics. People say that as yes, like
Yes.
Them you
That's
asking
what
for
that's
the-
what I understood when a brother said y equals self. They saying yes. That's what I understand.
Yeah,
That's the
but
same thing you're bringing it back to.
But what I'm saying is
Uh-huh.
that all that is coded English.
Yes.
You
Okay.
don't have to use our supreme mathematics to do that. Or supreme algebra. You understand what I'm saying? What you, like I said, it's certain situations you may be in where you might need to do that. But what I'm telling you is that that's slang. You know what I'm saying? And you know, even if you use it, look, I'm not saying you're gonna make the devil by using it, you're gonna be Yakub, you ain't never gonna be right exact. I'm just telling you that that's slang. You understand what I'm saying? And to understand what you build. So
Right.
even listen, if somebody asks you about it, you can say, no doubt, God, you're right exactly right. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of being rebellious and keep talking until you get kicked out. So, what degrees you knowledge black man? Where you from? Where you from? Astoria? Alright. Would you say that the classes are here? On Mondays you told you came to Umalah's class. Alright. So how long you been coming to Umalah's class? You was going through stuff. So how long has the wild been? Last year, you've been back since last year. So how long you had the knowledge altogether? You was raised around 5%. Where at? In Astoria?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, it's a lot of guys who was out there in Astoria. What years was that? Huh? Yeah, I'm saying that was the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. Alright. So in the 90s, you was around Astoria. So what degrees do you know? What degrees do you know? No. You know about 120 lessons, right?
I'm learning, but I don't know facts of it, because I'm not gonna speak on something if I don't know, because I'm gonna keep learning.
Alright.
I don't know nothing that-
So you know the supreme mathematics.
Yeah, I'm learning, but I gotta get into more.
Alright. What you said your name is?
There's more.
Daquan? And what that means?
Way of life.
Way of life? And how you spell it? D-A-Q-U-A-N. And how many letters is that? 5 letters. And what Daquan born? Daquan, what does it born? Like what, you know, I'm trying to find out what have you been doing in the knowledge all this time. See, because I'm not a preacher. See, if I allow you to come here, right, and you don't add on, and you just come here to listen to me, and then you go back out there and do whatever you was going to do, and I allowed you to turn me into a preacher.
I don't know about this one thing about it. You can't talk about things you don't get to ask questions.
Who was the brothers you was around in that story?
Imam Messiah,
Messiah.
got the other and Kevin, not Kevin, I don't like calling him that. Allah Mathematics.
A lot of mathematics.
How old is the law of mathematics? How old was he? He's an older brother?
Older guy.
Older God? Dark skin, light skin?
Dark skin, tall.
Tall.
I can't picture who that is.
I just been around the brothers because I've been, because you know the brothers.
So how you end up getting the name Daquan?
That was the name I want to chose.
Oh, you was already named Daquan. So you just coming around us now to learn. Oh. So you was around 5%. All right. So you know what the sign says what we deal with?
Can you tell me?
But first of all, we teach that the black man is God. The black woman is the earth. The white man is the devil. And the white woman is the she-devil. Did you find out that much from the...
Yes, sir. Because they said the black man's always God.
No, the black man's not always God. Now, you know what we use as a tool to analyze ourselves and everything around us, right? Is the science of supreme mathematics. That should allow us to know what everything is and what's the relation to each other. Like when you came here, right? Where you came? What's the address that you came to?
So, I know his address, I'm Quitting Blue. I'm Quitting Blue.
You didn't know what street this is?
127.
All right. It's really a corner of 126, but it's between 126 and 127. Now, do you know why didn't you go on 137?
Because the school's not there.
And the mathematics is plain.
Yes.
The mathematics is plain. See, mathematics is infinite, right? Meaning there's no highest number, but it's definite. 1 can only be 1, 2 can only be 2, and 3 can only be 3. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's why we use mathematics, you know, for what it is, which is a universal law in science. You see what I'm saying? And the first one of those laws is knowledge. So that's the first thing I'm gonna tell you. Your first lesson is here. You have to know. That's the first lesson. See, all this stuff, you know, if you're thinking, like if you're seeking for what might be the answers to life, that's peace too. But if you come here and you say you one of us, the first thing you have to do is no. You got that part?
Yes, sir.
Alright, peace. Alright. Anybody else out there got some questions?
Yeah, it was a question. 1 second. It said, please give me the science of math going from knowledge to cipher as opposed to cipher to born.
What?
I'm humbly inquiring, God. I'm not sure what exactly he said. He said, please get.
Oh, I think I understand what they're saying. From knowledge to cipher, they under the impression that because cipher after born, it's like from 1 to, I guess, whatever they want to call it, 10, as opposed to 0 to 9. So give from 1 to 10 or from 0 to 9. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Listen,
right.
Listen.
I asked it again. Hold on. Please give me the science of math going from knowledge to cipher as opposed to cipher to born. I'm humbly inquiring, God. That's what he says.
Who is it?
Talid al-Shabazz?
It's a Muslim guy, huh? Well, we don't believe that something can come from nothing.
Right.
That's the
Yeah, we
that's the
know
simple,
you can't get something from nothing.
that's the simple answer. That something can't come from nothing. See, we put cipher at the end because it signifies that knowledge has gone to born and is complete. You understand what I'm saying? Now also, if you would like, I got a video on how cipher is not 0. And it explains to you the history of the Hindu numbers and how 0 went from a symbol to a number. See, 0 just means an empty space. And eventually it became known to be a number. It comes from an Arabic word. So you as a Muslim, you should be able to look that up.
It don't mean nothing until you make it something.
Yeah, right. See, a 0 is only worth the number that's in front of it or the number that's behind it. See, if you put the 1 in front, that's different than if you put the 1
Behind,
yeah. And look, if you put a dot right there, that can change everything.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, hopefully that answered his question. I tell you, my people are so wise over here, I'm gonna have no questions.
God, I had a question for you though, man. 'Cause I seen earlier today there was some confusion with your words, and somebody tried to spin your words about June as far as the.
Yo, now the whole you in this. Okay, so good. You see this?
Yeah, listen, man. This is
Yo, do it now, God. This got to do with Wakil
stop it.
on Facebook. So Wakil has been in the car. You know he's like a spin master and whatnot. Wakil is a master. So I had told him like if you got problems, just come to the parliament. And he's like, no, do the interview with me and we could get the cameras and we could make an event. No, just come to the parliament. So he's like, all right, I take your offer. If Mecca has invited the Muslim guards to teach at the Universal Parliament. So no, that's not what I did. That's not what I did.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I said it, you dealing with the magnet and the paperclip syndrome right now. So y'all know about the magnet
And the paperclip. You drawing up a whole bunch of motherfuckers who ain't got no magnetic, basically.
It's not just that. You see, somebody ain't got no magnetic, right? When the paperclip touch the magnet,
It gets
paperclip
magnet. Yeah.
You ever played that?
Yeah.
You take a magnet, right, and you touch it to a paperclip, and then you touch the paperclip to another paperclip, and then you drag the whole line.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even if you disconnect
fact.
it for a little couple of seconds,
It still got a little
it got a
magnetic.
little bit of magnetism.
Yeah.
Till they come back and touch the magnet.
Yeah.
See, you the magnet. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, just like, look, you can have the magnet, the paper clip could be right there, right? And the paper clip is drawing up other magnets. But guess what happens? If another magnet come right here,
They get
now
pulled.
the power is too great. You understand what I'm saying? So people have to scramble to try to get some new magnetic. See, a lot of this stuff is being crushed now.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of the people who misunderstood what was the meaning of a lot of things that happened, they understand perfectly now.
And Wakil knows that. He knows that.
And so now everybody got to scramble.
Yeah, he knows that. So that's why he's saying what he's saying to try to draw some kind of attraction to whatever he's dealing with. You know what I'm saying? To, because he know he ain't got no magnetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, But see, it's kind of like you, a little bit like you, guys, because I'm a little bit entertained, guys. Sometimes I'll be fucking with them, guys. Like, I'll be entertained by that shit, guy. Like, so.
One you won't speak to me.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man.
My only thing is just like I feel like sometimes like I never heard of that before up until a couple years ago. It's like
What, the Muslim God thing?
yeah, so it's like to me it's like when the problem is when people hear about it, if you don't know nothing, you've never been around the knowledge, and you seeking the knowledge, and then somebody says, "Hey, listen, we this," and then they teach you something that's not this.
Right.
But
It sounds a little bit like it's a little alike, just a little bit. That's where the magnetic comes in. Like, you ain't heard about it, and then you go amongst them like, wait a minute, wait. You teach it sounds similar, then you're like, oh, something different. It's like almost like Transformers and GoBots. You know.
Let's talk about Alfonso Brown. When you get mathematics?
Yeah, Wakil, man. Wakil, the spin master. He's the wind master.
Man. They not the first people. They not the second people. They not They not gonna be the last people. You understand what I'm saying? They just some individuals who, they find a good niche. They find a good niche. You know what I'm saying? But ain't really nothing.
Yeah, I mean, most of it. I haven't seen. I mean, have you seen anything other than Facebook or anything outside of that? Like now,
it ain't like he here, so he's in another state. So
right.
Well, I'm not gonna run it then. But it's just a lot of people now. They go through social media. That's how they get information.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't know any better and somebody's saying something, you like, oh wait, and then they draw you up.
Right.
You out there out of space. You know what I mean? And you won't know no better. You think you following something that's correct because you ain't been introduced to the root. Where it's right and exact. That's something else that's been.
That's why I started doing this because of that exactly.
And that's the reason why I decided to come back around, because I heard the brother Born Mastermind, going back to Born Mastermind, talking about
that's your man right there.
that if you eat fish or if you eat chicken, that you still a poison animal eater. So I came to the school to find out what's going on, because I ain't never hear no science like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also too like what intrigued me too, like when the older guys, some of the old guys was talking about like back in the Equality Cipher years, they had the Ali family, had the firstborn Muslims, and then when I heard that, I'm like, damn, so this people have been trying to duplicate, you know what I'm saying, like the nation for so many years, months, and days. Like I didn't know.
Then
that,
when I found out all that information about that he was a preacher's son and that he charging people to go, that he's was charging people to join, like sticking pens in the newborns, then there's like a 10%, like, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, man. That cat, man, look, he ain't really that, You know what I'm saying? He, like, look, he got something he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge has been made more. That was the only real issue. You know what I mean? Is that you decided to go in a forum where nobody else was and speak at the top of your lungs. You understand what I'm saying? That was really, you know, all he did, right, was you know, I already told y'all my view on it. He came in and he promised people that he was gonna make them God with his diet. Like nobody listened to what he was saying.
I saw that video, man.
You know what I'm saying? He was saying that, listen, he's got reverse eugenics and all this stuff. Listen, man, if you listen to what he was saying, you already knew.
You know that the thing about it, God, that was like, you know, on the 1st of January, I did my fast for 3 days, and I started getting back into my lessons, and then I just was thinking about, you know, that when I first got knowledge, and I thought about, you know, the signs that he was trying to bring.
And he ain't trying to bring no signs. See, listen, as long as this exists right here, he's not going to exist, sir. Look, I came into a school one time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I came into a school one time, right? And it was an 85 that I knew, right? He was the first person I met when I got to that school. So it's wherever we talking, right? So it comes out that I'm a 5%, whatever in the course of, he said, oh, you a 5%? I said, yeah. He brings me over, he's like, yo, let's walk on. He didn't even tell me where we going. You know what I'm saying? He brings me over to the cipher, like, yeah, this the guys right there. He said, you're 5%. You understand what I'm saying? When the real exists, son, the bootleg can't be there, son. You can't sell the bootleg in the same store with the real one, son. You understand what I'm saying? Once they seen the authentic, so as long as y'all exist right here, everybody's going to be able to look at that and see what it is. You understand what I'm saying? It's nothing to none of that stuff, man. Except, like I said, with the Masonic stuff. The only thing to it is the secrecy of it.
But that's what, well,
You understand what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with him. The only thing to it is the secrecy. Like I said, that's why he went to the Scientology bill.
my process of thought went off of what I was trying to say, God. That it was just like you was explaining in the other class. Like, you see how we fast for 3 days, right? To clean ourselves up, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 72 hours. And then you was breaking down the science. If you try to fast for more than 3 days, 4 or 5 days, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna make yourself better by doing that. Because what you said, you can't rise above 6.
You said the body can't go
Past 6, yeah. So that's like the same thing that he was like saying,
He was saying that he was trying to rise above 6
basically.
by not eating meat and like sipping on
Yeah.
air and shit, right?
Yeah, that if you change your diet, that is gonna make you supreme.
Yeah.
That's gonna make you supreme, basically like that. You know, by changing your diet, by not eating fish or not
who is
eating,
Anthony
you know,
Patrick?
chicken. So that's like in a
Right,
floor
right.
sticking
Put
pants,
the crying Jordan face up on you.
basically.
Now, I'm gonna say this, God, because I'm vegan, right?
You vegetarian?
So, yeah, no, I'm vegan. So you could explain to brothers about, you know what I mean, like actually make an understanding born about why you know what I mean, the certain qualities in meat and whatever you want to say, fish or whatever, you know what I'm saying, like without trying to make it, I'm trying to penalize somebody for that, you know what I'm saying, because it's not the same as, okay, you're not supposed to be eating pork. A lot of people don't know that, you know what I'm saying, like fish and chicken and these things, they don't know beef, they don't know like the whole science about that. You just know you're not supposed to be eating pork. If you want to make knowledge born, you do that like with an individual. Like for example, you know what I'm saying, with the guy, you know what I'm saying, I be showing him my recipes and shit like that, but I'm not like, yo, God, you're not supposed to be eating this, that, and the third. I'm actually showing the guy, you know what I'm saying, like showing and proving what I'm doing what I'm saying? If you want to take that on, that's on him.
But also,
That's
I think what
word.
poor Master Man was trying to do is like, you become the God by not eating meat at all. No poultry at all.
He was trying to experiment on you, on all of us. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to dealing with himself and his family. He want to come amongst you, and he want to make sure you don't eat. Yo, let me give you a diet and see how you turn out in 4 or 5 years. If you get a little bit of darker, you know what I'm saying, you're going to credit it to me and shit, right? You know what I mean? Like, type shit like
This is my view to that, God. If you want to stop eating meat or chicken, peace. You know
That's
what
your
I'm saying?
prerogative,
That's,
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's your prerogative. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go
That's what you
vegetarian,
said.
that's peace.
Oh, alright. Question, right? Other than the pig, and based on, I know the
Now,
father.
the poison animal they
No.
talking about in the degree is pig.
No.
Make mistake about it.
I'm
Not
saying
talking
no.
about beef and chicken.
No. Let me finish what I'm saying. Because I know in the tape, Allah mentions tuna, correct? Or fish above a certain
It's
weight.
Swine in the air, swine in the sea, swine in the
Okay.
land.
So
We don't eat bottom feeders. We don't eat fish that's
Crabs,
too big because
shrimp.
they could be scavengers. They eat. I don't know if anybody was here when I built on the science of the entropy with the food. You understand what I'm saying? And how in all of the energy that is on the planet comes from the sun. So when plants absorb the sunlight, right, and you have an animal like a cow or whatever, they graze on the grass, right? The plant takes in 100% of the sunlight, but it uses up 90% of the sunlight for its own energy. And when you eat a plant, only 10% of that energy is left. So when the cow eats the plant, it's the same thing. Now only 1% of the original sunlight energy is left. You understand what I'm saying? And as you go down the line into predators and scavengers, right, you end up not knowing what they ate. You see what I'm saying? Like if you eat a lion, the lion might have ate a giraffe that was just laying there dead for 100 days. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why we don't eat the scavengers and the other animals. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, and all of those is swines. They're the swine of their various environments.
So basically, I'm just saying this based on my observation of, I don't judge or whatever. So if you see a guardian, what you gonna say to him? You gonna say something to him, or is it gonna be like, oh no? So it's a question.
No,
I know it's a scavenger. Is you gonna be like, yo, or is it gonna be like, yo, that's his own dietary law?
No, I'm gonna make Nas wrong. Now you do what you want to do after.
I'm gonna tell him, and then look, you're not partaking in none of my.
So if the garden shrimp don't come to your class, like. I'm just asking. I don't eat shrimp, but I'm just. It's just
don't ask me for a sip of my soda. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I might give you a pound like that.
Or crab or lobster, no,
I
right?
give you the elbow pound like that.
That's scavengers too, right, God?
No, you talk about crabs and all that.
Crabs
Yeah.
and lobsters, right?
You see that? You see them? They bottom feeders. Pull up dead bodies out to sea. Like that's what you're gonna find. You're gonna find crabs and shrimps and all that on them. Because they feed off the dead. You know what I'm saying?
Like vultures.
Vultures of the sea, cockroaches of the sea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
See what I'm
saying?
saying? So yes, it's all different, but I mean with that, like you guys said, a lot of people that don't have that knowledge. That it's swine of every single thing. You understand what I'm saying? Every single thing that every environment you go in, it's a swine in them. Like when you go on a job or something, there's somebody there that's the swine of the job. Stay away from that person. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And they'll poison. You go in there, you start talking to them. Next thing you'll be getting fired. You understand what I'm saying? They got you bickering with other people with them on a job, and you don't even know them. You understand what I'm saying?
Even me, the guy was building this on this tour. What was that, Sunday? Showed me when the store.
I do. Oh,
Yeah, he was building on like even certain pastries and shit and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like got lard I mean, other, you know, KC and other that's actually, you know, comes from the pig as well. It's like, you know, some of us don't even know that. You know what I'm saying?
Or even gelatin too. A lot of people
Gelatin, right. Because that's made from bones. That's made from pig bones or cow bones.
All of
And
that.
if you don't know, when in doubt, do it out.
Indeed,
Yeah.
What's
Yes,
the
we got
science
it.
with the
Like-
K and the U on the packaging?
Part and self. You got a lesser those.
I have it. I can send it to you. I have a list of my brother.
K is
Lives in.
supposed to be for kosher, and U is some type of kosher symbol too, but I don't know exactly what it means.
Because all I see is you in our hood.
The U, you see the U. You can see it if you find the K too. You know what I'm saying? But mostly you see the U.
You gotta be careful with that though,
Right.
because see, kosher just means that a rabbi prayed over it. Yeah, that's what kosher means. It don't necessarily mean, you know, it's supposed to mean it's not pig.
It's supposed to be, yeah.
Kosher really means that the rabbi prayed over it.
So it could, but they,
Straight over
I'm
the
confused. If they don't eat pig, why would they?
Listen, the
Right, they
same
don't
way you
even-
just
they
asked
don't
me,
even
the
know,
same
man.
way you just asked me, what do I say if I see a brother eating shrimp or crab?
It's confusing.
That same
That's
way.
crazy. Because I know with the kosher, the science behind that, they also got to use like 2 refrigerated. Like they don't mix the dairy with the other
Right,
stuff. Like,
right,
everything
right.
If you even ever cook something in a certain pot, it can't ever be.
But you know,
used
a lot of times
else.
it be they don't have it right exactly. You know, like just like you go somewhere and somebody's trying to rush and do their job.
Yeah.
You know that they gonna rush and do their job too. Like, all right, I want to get out of here. I want to go to the synagogue and whatnot. And you know what I'm saying. So you know, same thing with halal. Halal just means somebody who prayed over it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, like halal is actually more religious than like.
Yeah, the way they
Right.
drain the
Yeah.
blood and stuff. is
I saw that in the
That's more
food
of a
truck.
religion.
And
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Where, you know, that's what happens.
And
with
they serve you a
religion.
plate.
You have different
Talking about this or
where
something.
they leave this faction over here, and they'll make a decision. Well, yeah, nah, we want to do this now.
Inside.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody else would be like, nah, we want to kick them out of the faith. But you got a group that's doing something.
Right, right.
Look, we in New York, right? We in New York, right? How many of these stores, they recently just stopped serving pig?
Uh-huh.
All these Arabs.
Well, around here.
Yeah, all over New York
They'll
City.
pull it out the back.
They just started. Yeah, they started.
They just, I heard they started bringing it back now. Though.
Yeah, there's some joints.
I know a
Yeah.
man on my block,
Paul
man, he stay with that swine, guy.
Yeah. And Medina, like Canarsie,
So
yeah.
that's what I'm
Nah,
telling you.
that too.
That's what I'm telling you. Don't be confused by that. See, now with Muslims, they'll do that to you. They'll give it to you.
But they won't. Yeah, right.
They'll give it to you. That's what I'm saying. So beware of just thinking, oh yeah, I got this from the Muslim store. I got this from the Jewish store.
Ah,
Nah, it just
right.
mean that that's their religious thing.
But you also gotta look at like their culture. Like I was reading about the science of halal. Like certain Muslim countries is more loose than others. So when you say like halal in one country, it may be a little bit more loose, and you go in
That's
there,
what I'm saying.
yeah, and then you go to
It
another
don't
one.
necessarily mean the same thing
Yeah.
to everybody. The common thing is that it was prayed over.
Yeah. So this is why you gotta kind of like really know your own food source. Like get back to like learning how to feed yourself and whatnot. You know.
Joe Thud said some of the Muslims are eating it too.
This
Shout out
is
to Joe Thud,
They don't
man.
know
He
what
ain't eating no
each
pig.
food product holds. Yeah, they eating pork.
He's saying they doing it on the low, like
They do. Nah. No. Don't sleep. Now don't sleep. No. They be some Muslims. Like I knew a Muslim chick, and she was like, yeah, you know, I eat pork too. Like she wanted to be down. She wanted to be more Americanized and whatnot. Like, you know what I mean? So she was just as like, might as well be a swine. Like, you swine too.
So, you know.
Because majority of the time, I feel like, you know, if they was brought up in that, you know, in that religion as a child, it's like they don't really get the explanation as to why they're not supposed to do that. So they just like, it's like a kid that, you know, you was never allowed to go to no party or anything. As soon as you turn 21, you go buck wild. Like, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
They taught to come and blood suck us. They taught to set us
Yeah,
up.
well, and then again, that goes to like the different cultures. What you talking about is the merchant Arabs.
Right.
The merchant Arabs, they sell anything to you. They don't care. Like they here to make $1 and send their dollar back to their family in Yemen.
know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to your hood now in the Bronx.
Don't y'all go on Mastermind East Jump School. You know, it's aborted babies in here.
Oh man.
Y'all already know you teaching that?
Who? Wait, what?
That was aborted babies and chips.
Yeah, soda, all that stuff.
He said,
I've
boy.
heard of that, not from him, but I heard of that before. All time.
It's the same way when we was growing up, Tropical Fantasy was owned by the KKK. Lewis.
Oh wait a minute, no, you're right. Tropical Fantasy had no. What's the lolly? The lollipop had pig sperm in it. One of them lollipops, them lollipops, whatever. I think it was whatever them like blow pops. They say it had pig sperm in it.
Yo, don't drink that 50 cent soda.
That's what that was a rumor when we was young though. That was a rumor. Never heard that like yo got pig sperm. Tropical Fantasy got pig sperm.
That's what I heard about the 50 cent soda.
Arizona, Sprite. Arizona.
The blue one, yeah, the blue ones, exactly the blue ones. The blow pops, the blue blow pops had, yup.
It's like one person start
Start
jacking it.
Yeah, they hear the blow pop.
Stuff I never heard of, man. Like the JanSport strings and all that.
But see, that's you a different physical degree. That's why.
Yeah, I mean,
Right. But no, but my degree,
understand it, understood, right?
I'm free wisdom.
Oh, because the God, you understand the culture now? Yeah, so that was our era where they was saying that.
Right. So you heard about the blow pops with the pig sperm in
I
it.
didn't hear about that. I heard about the tropical
Okay. Tropical fantasy is supposed to make you sterile and shit though, right?
Exactly. It was owned by the KKK.
who knows what's the science with collagen cases? I know that collagen.
Collagen is supposed to be with pig bones.
It's connective tissue. So I would suppose it depends on what animal
Right.
the collagen comes from.
Yeah.
You said,
But they were saying that it was supposed to even be
Collagen.
in the vegetarian ones. They were saying that it wasn't.
You say casein?
Casein like spell.
Casing is like a casing.
Oh, casein. The casing. Right.
Yes, for Franks and stuff like that. See, Jasim, I don't eat Franks. I eat.
Yeah. I stay away from Franks, man. Stay away from the Franks, though, boy. Stay away from them Franks. You don't know what's in there. All right, you don't know what's in there.
Well, first I never liked the taste of it. Like I was that kid at the cookout, but I always waited for the burger. Like you got it.
Right. Beef Franks with swine casings. That's a real thing. Yeah.
It's also just what you was getting into, that the hot dog itself is just everything that was left over.
Right.
Everything else they made and they just stuff it in something. So
They grind it up and put it in the casing, yeah.
Once I found that out too, that didn't help the situation, but I already didn't like the way it tastes.
Like I never liked bologna either.
Right.
Saying, yeah, bologna, yeah.
Lord Sepka said it's possible that all casings are made of swine. Yeah. I don't know about that.
Nah, I heard that same thing that they were saying. Even what was supposed to be vegetable or vegan, there was some issue.
One thing I will say, guys, is like it's not wrong with doing the knowledge as far as like ingredients goes. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. You're doing the knowledge to the ingredients, and then also looking at the conditions of like the animals that people are eating. Though there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
And you also want to learn the language, because they keep tricking you. Like they keep saying, like, all right, this is this.
MSG got like
right.
Yeah, Sim said he's working
Right.
on organic chicken sausage.
I don't think it's
Get it going so we can support them. But to me, I just look at it as just like renewing your history, going from knowledge to born back to knowledge.
Right.
You consistently supposed to look to get better in all aspects of life.
Right.
So your diet is just one of those ways. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. So if you say like,
diet and the language too, 'cause you gotta also be careful with it, like how they telling you, they gonna trick you. They gonna try. Okay, we got him. He ain't eating pork over here. Then the next minute they gonna, we gonna get him with his jelly beans or something, man, or his bubble gum or his tropical fantasy, whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So, what have you learned since you've been here, Big One?
Same things we can't eat, same things we gotta sacrifice, and same things we can't eat.
Dietary law.
Dietary law.
We do deal with dietary law, you know what I'm saying, because we know that that's fuel for the body. You see what I'm saying? Just like this knowledge itself is fuel for the mind. You see what I'm saying? So you need knowledge You need knowledge to power you to your fullest potential. That's the only way you're gonna reach your fullest potential is by knowing that you God. You see what I'm saying? And then you can take control of your destiny. You understand what I'm saying? And everything that's going on around you. See, without no knowledge, you could do all the working out you want to do. You can have all the loot you want to have, but things are going to be out of control. See what I'm saying? 'Cause we see people in those situations, right? And everything is out of control for them. So that's not the answer. Keep that in mind. If you stick around this, you're gonna have to end up dealing with some dietary law. You ever fasted before?
That sounds good.
I mean, how long you fasted?
It's 30 days out.
All right,
30 days.
The kind of fasting that we do, right? There's no eating in the nighttime.
I don't do that.
So you fasted straight through 30 days, no eating. Did you drink water?
It's like because I got high blood pressure. I gotta take it the next.
All right. Well, if you gotta take medicine and stuff like that for high blood pressure, I don't think you might not want to be fasting 30 days.
I'm trying to do that because my body got to get used to certain things. I put in certain things I want out.
Yeah, but you gotta get it out gradually.
Right.
See, now look, this is the physical lesson of what I was telling y'all mentally. You know, you're not gonna get, you know, how you say you 28.
That's 29 months.
You're not gonna get 29 years of the wrong foods out of your system in 30 days. So there's no need for you to torture yourself like that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, right now, you know, you need your energy so your body can regulate back. What you gotta do is make sure you eating the right foods. But if you fast for 30 days, then you should have no problem fasting for the 3 days. You gotta fast before you get the supreme mathematics. That's if you decide that's the way you want to go. But I'm just saying, adding that on to, you know, you said that was something that you learned about here today, dietary law.
Because I got the book at home, How to Eat to Live.
Oh, you read How to Eat to Live. That's good.
Some things we can't eat, some things is good, some things is not.
Just make sure you get to a level where you learn what those things are.
And potato chips, all that, that's not good. All good.
That was good. He here with the serious face too. He ain't even laughing.
Yeah.
It's a teacher class.
You know what I mean? Hey, that's what we're doing.
I hear, you know, you got a point, man. You know.
Soda, man. They were showing in the news the way the soda, the acid that go to your stomach. They said you won't never want to drink soda again if you see what it does.
Oh, yeah. You talk about like the energy drinks too, right?
What?
Yeah.
Them
See,
things
well,
is
see,
crazy.
Yeah.
that's why I said, God, it's nothing wrong with doing the knowledge, man, to what it is you put in your body. But some brothers feel attacked when I guess it depends on who's delivering the message. Like Born Mastermind.
Born Master I always told him he got to worry about his words, his wisdom, his ways and actions. Be careful with those things. How you communicate. You know what I'm saying? Like, see someone like yourself, like you not out here, yo, you a poison animal eater because you eat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
now you making people somebody like, yo, man, what you talking about, man?
And God, I'm still learning too. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like
You gotta come with a warm current. You just can't come in a cold current. Oh, you a poison animal eater. Ain't nobody gonna listen to you like that.
that don't make me no better than you. Just because,
It's
like
also
you said,
the people you draw up though, right? Because if you a certain type of person, right, you know you're not gonna go to a certain group of people in a certain area and talk to them that way. You know who your audience is. You know if you ain't built like that, you ain't gonna go over to some people that look and say like, yo, you can't do this, that, and it's just not gonna work out well for you.
Well, he
So
thought
certain
he
people-
thought he could come to the parliament and actually.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, you still gotta deal with knowledge, you know, you have to respect is a part of knowledge.
Right. That's the bottom line. Respect. You know what I mean?
tell you that, man, besides that way, man. You know, you can't, you know, even in your family, you know, certain things, it could just be, look, if you stay in the bathroom too long in the morning, other people in the rest is going to be upset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you go and do that anyway, how is it they fault when they pissed off with you? You know what I'm saying? When you knew that was the case, you knew everybody had to. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes a person do something with a smile, right?
I
That don't mean they nice, man.
Yeah.
But what about you, Shop? What you learned today?
Overall, I just learned a lot about, you know, some of the young brothers is building. It's good to see that, you know, some young brothers still out here, you know, dealing with the sciences and the math. Because, you know, you see a lot of this stuff that's mimicking the nation. And, you know, it was just good for me to come around that, you know, being in my neighborhood, you know, trying for a long time to build with people and, you know, bring them in, you know, on the street. It wasn't easy, you know what I'm saying? But for the people I could bring in, I brought in. For the people that stayed, they stayed. You know, but at the end of the day, overall, you know, I learned a big understanding, you know, for where I am. And supplying everything to my culture. I want to keep my freedom intact, you know, and I want to, you know, move on with this part of my life and get better. I'm starting a new job, you know, next month, understanding the date. So I'm trying to go from there and see how far I can excel with this job. You know, I'm starting at the gym again. You know, I'm you know, really getting the tool myself and apply this to my cipher for real, you know. I'm not gonna put nothing in my body. I'm not gonna put nothing in my body that's gonna harm me. You know, drinking and stuff. I ain't drinking like 10 months. And like I was across the I stopped drinking. You know,
That's peace.
You know, so I didn't go back to it. You know, so you know, I'm just trying to get better each and every day, bro.
That's peace. You know, just always keep in mind to be, you know, an asset. Be an asset to yourself and your family and your community. You know what I'm saying? If you keep that in mind, you know what I'm saying, you should stay on course. You know what I'm saying? And deal with knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And just understand that, you know, us being this culture, within this wider culture, right?
Yeah.
It's easy for us to drift away. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing that happens when you know, stick with studying, you know, stick with your lessons and everything, keeps you grounded. You know what I'm saying? When you coming back every day to who you are and what it is you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Everybody saying peace. Jasim said welcome home. I was born said peace. Everybody said welcome home to you when you said you came home.
Peace.
You know what I'm saying? Any other questions out there? Because we're about to do. Oh yeah, I didn't give out the report card.
Oh, you got report cards now?
Yeah, I didn't give out the report
Oh,
card.
shit. Tell you, man, God turn it up with this shit, man. Like, look, man.
I got all kind of some stuff we talking about. I didn't give out the report cards. All right. Almighty 7.
P Almighty 7.
P Almighty 7.
Yeah.
And Sun God. Y'all got the most degrees and the longest time in cycle. Y'all are responsible to keep that regulated. See, a lot of things I wasn't really paying attention to because I was so busy looking at the camera, right? But, you know, it's up to y'all to make sure these degrees is quoted correctly. You understand what I'm saying? And that the decorum is kept. You understand what I mean? You know, all of y'all.
Peace, I cool. Peace.
You know what I'm saying? That right
Getting
now,
tuned with you, hard.
you know what I'm saying? You know, mentally they all newborns, they the babies. Y'all the ones that's responsible. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, when I was growing up, that was just the how it was. You know what I'm saying? Like if your little sister did something bad, you gotta beat her. She didn't even get spoken to because you was the oldest and you was the one that's supposed to be responsible. So just like we always say, we teach those younger than us, that's if you responsible for them. You're not responsible for those people that's older than you. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to tell them nothing. But y'all gotta make sure that stays regulated. You know what I'm saying? Reveal you too. You got a high amount of lessons, and then you got some other background in the lessons as far as understanding where you came from before you came here. It's up to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's the now look, Mahadi, you pretty much you did what you were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? The other brother who he's not here, he pretty much gotta grow up. You understand what I'm saying? All this rocking back and forth and you know, look, too much smiling in sight. It's too much smiling going on. So you don't want people to think that you just over there talking. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Too much space between y'all. See, if somebody walks between y'all, then y'all gotta beat them down. Don't be the cause of somebody getting beat down. Stand shoulder to shoulder. You understand what I'm saying? But if you over there looking like y'all just had a pizza shop watching the game, those who don't know, they don't know. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, y'all started, once you got to the end, y'all loosened up nicely, everything started flowing. But it's a certain etiquette to what you're doing in there too. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody keep that in mind when we wrap it up right now. The Shaquem, Alfonso, Allah will manifest. I told him no come. Yeah, man. Disqualify himself. Too much talking. So I guess everybody go get competed.
The guard want to know if you comfortable in that on that desk.
Huh? Yeah, you see him, right? I come back here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I feel professional now, like a professional teacher.
Yeah, Amor Neville's.
Guards look out for you for your hard work, man. They seen all of you.
Oh, hey, yo,
Yeah.
tell I got the number up on mine. Tell him you gotta log in on my page, man. Tell him I need the
You need the numbers?
yeah, look, tell him I got the number up on my page, man. And I need the email address again. But yeah, everybody, that number right there that you see up on the screen for one common cause. Once again, I told y'all that that's the brothers, man, that, you know, they do a lot for the babies, the Children's Day rally, the show and prove, the science fair, the show and prove, you know what I'm saying? And these brothers is trying to advance some things for the babies this summer to a high level. So call that number and build the guy Amon about how you can add on to that site. You know what I'm saying? So we can build something for the babies. And guess everybody over here we'll be seeing we had listen. Nobody here take vacation today. We had a good one. You know what I'm saying? So yo, peace to everybody out there. We about to go in here and film the cipher. Peace.
Yes. Y'all, before you do that though, I want you to just see real quick what I did with the video.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Yeah. Let me say peace, everybody over here.
I've been waiting.
Peace.